Guess who? It's me. It's Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies, and that's you. I am Joy Ruffen. My work is as a leadership and signature style specialist, an executive producer, TV host, and podcaster. And today we're going to be talking about, because it's the first of the year and it's 2025. And just like I began Joyful Monday, I want to talk more today with you about leading ladies. I want to share a little bit of history with you about why and how I came to that lovely name, Leading Ladies, because that's how I see us all, and why style and fashion is so important to me and hopefully will ignite something in you more maybe than you have right now. So we're going to cover a lot of territory today. And when I do my reset, I'm going to talk with you a little bit more about a webinar that we're planning for February the 11th, 2025. That's a Tuesday at 3 p.m. But for now, I just want to start off sharing with you a little bit about me, because wow, it's all about you, and you are part of me, whether you can acknowledge that or not. We're going to talk about all for one and one for all. Anybody remember that from the Three Musketeers? Oh my goodness gracious. I must have been 13, 14, 15 years old when I first read the Three Musketeers. It's up here in my library now. Oh, I think it's, let me think for a second. Alexandra Dumas. I think it was close to that. Welcome, my ladies and my gents. The gents come too. I know they do. This is all about leaders. Leaders who are about being change makers. These are the women that we look for here. But don't forget that Joyful Monday, we look for both men and women, because we're not sexist. Because the change makers, it doesn't matter the label or the title you give yourself or someone else gives you. It means that you are the pioneers about starting the heart and soul connection, the divineness of you, divine masculine and divine feminine combined. Your core power, balance, truth, love, and beauty. Beauty, body, and brains, it's all connected. And when I started many moons ago, oh, I'm happy about that, in the fashion industry, business, I had a whole different take on fashion, image, appearance, presence. It's changed a lot. And what I know for sure, my friends, is that most of us, and I'm included in most of us, we have to go back to the beginning. You remember the movie Back to the Future? Who could forget it? I can't remember the guy's name, but I can see him. I think it was Michael J. Fox or something very close to that. I have so much twirling around in this new noodle brain that it all gets muddled and mixed up sometimes. And it's not because of the age thing. It's just because there's so much up there. You too, I know. But we, and especially as women, men too, but today I'm speaking to predominantly to the divine feminine within you. It's time for us to go back to the beginning for us. The reprogramming, the reconditioning, the resetting of all of that programming, conditioning, and sexualizing that we've all been more or less, most, never all, conditioned to. Some of us can't even admit it. But when we talk about cosmic change makers and people who are pioneering in that direction of awakening, most of you know that, many of you know, I should say, some of you know. Most, many, some, I like that expression. I don't remember who I took that from, but she gave me permission. Is that my changing the title, my title, keeping it somewhat, but aligning and connecting it with my leadership and signature style specialist work, is Minister of Enlightenment, Awareness, and Awakenings. Because we're going to talk quite a bit today about awareness and awakenings. Because, my friends, the awakening is now. The more or less, and one of the favorite words, I have several, power, divineness, femininity, truth, love, beauty, all of those are under more or less the same umbrella. But this awakening now that we're coming to, we're running, those of us who are in the change maker status. We are moving away from the external power, which is all the power that is outside of you. The power that, sad to say, but it's a truth. And if you're in the truth maker's circle, you will acknowledge that this is true. The majority and most of the power today is external power. People who want to stand and lord over you and rule you, it's on its way out. Going, gone, gone. Because this awakening and awareness, it's all about us. It's all about personal. And by the way, before I even go further, I thought that authentic was 2024 because I was using it a lot. But then I like to do my own research. I like to do my own going back and checking out facts and figures. And even though you check them out, you have to double check sometimes, triple. I found out, and I think it doesn't matter, that authentic was 2023's buzzword. And I personally, you know how buzzwords come out and everybody uses them. I said, enough. But let me tell you, when it comes to personal, authentic power, that's what's coming in now for those of you, me, all of us who are distinguishing between love and fear. We're getting to the bottom of love and fear. And one of the things that I want to share with you, because it's major for me and I want it to be important for you, that's my prayer, as Momsy would say. But there's no judgment here. There's no criticizing. There's no throwing you under the bus because it's not your something that you want to take. But shallow fashion, style, personal appearance, signature style, nothing shallow about it. Because how you show up, even today, it still matters. And that has become more of an awakening and awareness for me in this new language that we're about, which is love. Yeah. It doesn't matter what label you come up with or what label somebody throws your way. A light being, a light keeper, a light worker, a way shower, a gatekeeper, an earth angel. There's nothing shallow about people who are being the directors, the conductors, and let's just say maybe the agents. They're all words that are intertwined to offer us something that somewhere along the way, maybe, and the key word is maybe, we didn't get enough schooling on. And once we began to reset, reprogram, recondition, and everything about us, especially women, we step into personal power, authentic power, which has no judgment. You're not taking that power and using it in the way that the divine masculine back in the day used it, and even many today. We can talk about the election here in the States that just came about. Can't blame. We don't go there. We just say, we ride the wave. We ride the surf. We see how it's going to play out for us because we're talking about love versus fear and this new consciousness. And this emotional awareness is all about self first. And it brings in your self-awareness, your self-healing, your self-security, and your self-intelligence. Back to all for one and one for all. Isn't it amazing how that fits in even today? How many years ago was that book written? And even go back further than that, when, I can't think of his name, when he said, know thyself. Know thyself. Is it still prevalent today? I think so. When it comes to my big three, and I'm betting, I'm a gambling person in my quiet, sure, self-assured, bold way. That's a lot of adjectives. I bet these three apply to you as well, because most of us, in condition or in connection with, I should say, or conjunction with our upbringing, that we were colored a lot by the fashion and style industry, the entertainment industry, with all of its different realms, all of them, and the communications, which includes all the educational. We were all tainted, and I use that on purpose, in many ways by these big three. I call them the big three, because under those umbrellas, most everything arrives. The upbringing for each and every one of us contingent upon all the parental stuff and how many wounds we come here with and how long our journey is and whether you believe in this or that and whatever your higher source might be, it's all pretty much the same. When you begin to think about how you show up as a leader, how you are going to ignite the power within someone else that they can embrace, embody, take in all one and the same, and feel that gift that was given, and then share it, I don't think there's anything more powerful than that. Power isn't lording your knowledge and your awareness and your gift and intelligence over anyone else. It's about sharing. That's why community is so important. Uniting with others who are like-minded, and even some irritants in there from time to time, because the wounds that you're given, whether you believe or not, they're given to you so that you can rise, climb, and soar. You know that I love the eagle, and if you don't know, you know now, because the eagle soars above and around and about, way above most of the craziness that most of us are dealing with. And that's why the emotional awareness that's coming into the picture now, it's time for all of us to jump on board and to take it to heart, to soul, to core. And it's hard not to be judgmental when the programming, conditioning, my friend said to me, in the resetting of how you feel and your sense of individuality and freedom is how you embrace the lightness of you and the love of you. There's so much more in that. You want to be because you're in love. You blow kisses at yourself in the mirror. You stand there in all of your glory. It has nothing to do with your size, your height, your weight, your color, your age. None of those things matter the way that we have been taught. We have been given the roadmap in that regard. It doesn't compute anymore. It doesn't fit anymore. There's so much that we are about resetting, reprogramming, reconditioning, and especially, my ladies, for us. To unite in community and love and to connect is what we are called to be about now. And that's a step forward and a pioneering step that many aren't ready to heed, but you are. And you come to it and step into it in love. I'm going to take now a real quick, well, it won't be so quick. I do some things quick, but not many. I'm going to take a little reset, and we're going to talk about some things that are coming up. And one of the things that I want to do now is introduce you to this group that I'm talking about, Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. This is a group and a community that if you're not a part of, please join. We need you. We need your guidance. We need your wisdom. We need your direction. We need your love. We need the gifts that you came with. We need you to share them, the vision, your mission, your purpose. And gents, if you're out there and you're tuning in, send in your ladies. Oh, yes, your ladies, because you're a knight. You're a king. You are a director in love. And so we need these ladies to join us. And we want your input because it matters. And the other thing, because we're talking a little bit about leaders and ladies and style and signature style today, it all begins in many different ways. We have 5 different arenas that we talk about. And in this, something that I'm going to be sharing in just a moment or so, but we're going to talk about color. Color is major. It's not about just slapping a color around you and saying, oh, that works, that's pretty, that looks good. You build. Oh, I love that word, build, because that's what we're doing. Ourselves and others. We're building, we're healing. We're getting into our own self-awareness of what works best for us. So you build your wardrobe around the colors that are best for you. It's not about anymore, as it was in my day, and even so still today, about pretty, popular, trendy, fashionable, and what's in. It's about aligning all the elements, the keys that give you the colors that are best for you, that highlight, showcase, and give you the image, the presence, and the appearance that showcases you in the best way. Now, this is what I want you to know. Please, I don't like to beg. Take a snapshot, take a screenshot. This will be running everywhere of this, and know that you'll be receiving soon links to join us on February the 11th. It's a Tuesday, 2025. And I will be sharing with you my love, my passion for leadership and showing up. Well, this expression is very tired, but it fits. Your best self. Not every day when you're in the kitchen cooking or you're running to the supermarket or whatever, but style, power. Because power, equality, and divineness are at the top of my 5 major words, and I rotate them. But style, power with joy happens to be my name, but I'm talking about style, power with your joy, where you know without question, wow, I look good. Somebody else might not think so, but I'm feeling good and I know it's all right for me. And that's what you want. That's where you're going. That said, when we show that, maybe again later if we can, I want you to take, or when it scrolls through all the different platforms, take a screenshot and a snapshot and find a way to join us on my website. Send me an email, send me a text message so that you can make sure that you attend. You'll walk away, the prayer is ignited. And maybe some seeds that you weren't completely cognizant of and aware of. And now I want to go back to leading ladies, leaving legacies. And I want to talk about generations, because this is an awakening time. And when I talk about generations, I went to do my own little research, and I was amazed. I came up with the 7 major ones, mate. And every generation is like 15 to 20 years. This thing about gender, female, male, age, race, and all the other things, it's not going to matter with this awakening. It really doesn't matter now for those who are awake and awakening. And most of us are awakening. I am. So the generation time span that I'm going to share with you in the names, think about the gifts that they brought to us, the wisdom and the love that they brought, many of them with the pain that they that was a part of them, for the reasons that their awakening and awareness of self was not strong enough. They made a gift to us of their craft and the skill and the genius of who they were. But they didn't go inside to bring out the beauty. The fact is, my friends, most everyone, I love Momsie's expression. And my Momsie was very, I love her. I always did. I just didn't know that I did until I began to awaken. Because she didn't know. So very narcissistic. Full of love, not knowing how to deliver it. We, as ladies today, women, females, we can't go there. We have to share our wisdom, love, beauty, and all of that truth, integrity with others. We don't want a wasted life. So when I talk about the generations, I'm thinking about, and hopefully you will, in these generations, the silent generation, which was really the beginning, the birth of the movie generation, a little bit before and much after, 1928 to 1945. Just think of all the great directors and ones who put the movie entertainment industry into the stratosphere. And most everyone fell in love with it. Just think about that. And the people. And back in the day, I love back in the day, old school, old fashioned, nothing wrong with that, because much of it, the foundational aspects of it, we're here to maintain and to keep. Much of it, throw it away. But I want you to just be thinking in that arena, that realm. I like realm better. How about the baby boomers? 1946 to 1964. know. I bet a lot of you are out there in that generation. And then we have Generation X, 1965 to 1980. Remember, we're talking 15 to 20 years, a little bit here, a little bit there, doesn't matter. And then we have, and I want, as you go and do your own research, if you care, I'm going to end with something that relates to, if you care, what does it matter, who cares, whatever. I'm going to end with that. But then we go to Generation Z, 1997 to 2012. I love it. And then the generation that we just ended. Anybody out there know what that was? Generation Alpha. Just ended it. And what came in big guns for this generation? There are a lot of things. But the one that comes to the fore right off the bat is AI. Oh my goodness. Cannot deny its profundity. No matter how you're perceiving and taking it in, the power is there. And there's so many other things that's coming in or began in this Alpha generation. Riding in the air in cars and airplanes that are low enough to take off the traffic on. I mean, it's mind-boggling to me. And then the new generation that's coming, those who were born from January the 1st, 2025, straight through for another 15, 20 years, they're calling it the Generation Beta, B-E-T-A. I think I love the names. Well, you know, I love names. It fits. But let me share this with you, my friends. Be alert, because whatever generation it is, Generation X or baby boomers, not that many, but enough that are there, up to Beta. The changes that are going to be made, the pioneers who are a part of that, and especially for women. Most of you know that I've been doing a lot of edifying and editing and checking and researching with a lot of that I'm seeing on YouTube, because I want to start my own YouTube channel. And I want you to be a part of it. Don't quite know what I'm going to be doing yet, but trust me, I'll get there. And the reason I'm sharing that with you is that this new generation that's here now, whatever generation they're a part of, we are going to begin to see a lot of the change makers who are coming through with a whole new emotional awareness, a whole new outlook to what is coming and what can be, and how to embrace, embody, and take in full throttle love. The insecurities and the fears to put way on the back burner. The reality is that they're always there. They will reside, because that's how we grow and evolve. For myself, and I bet for you, share it with me at some point. Much of what we thought were wounds, and how we were wounded, and how we were not able to be all that we're here to be, and maybe because we were in the process of awakening, we blamed someone else. Whatever it was, that's why we can't judge. We can't criticize. We can have our opinions. I see, you see, we all see. Not many people will speak to in love what they see. But when you begin to master you and the language of speaking, power, it's just another word. It doesn't put you on a pedestal. It doesn't mean that you're above. It's an awakening that you want to share. And that who cares? So what? What does it matter? Yeah. Throw up your hands? No. That's not for you. That's not for me. My friends, because those are who are the change makers. And I've met so many brilliant souls, beautiful souls, men and women who have been my directors, guides, conductors, agents in many different ways. We don't do anything alone. You come here with a gift, several. But if you're honest and loving with you, you're going to realize that you need another perspective or viewpoint, even on what you love and your passion and your gift is all about, so that you can reach you. I don't like to say you won't. Most likely. I like most likely. Sounds better, doesn't it? Most likely, you will reach a larger number of people, But there are people who are still asleep. They're not awake. But yet, let me leave you with this. I'm not quite ready to leave yet, but I don't like the word leaving, but I'm saying it a lot, aren't I? Because I'm on a different track now, a different pattern. It still all revolves around signature style, passion, and how you show up. But they say that love is a universal language. You've heard that. I bet you have heard that. Music is a language of the soul, and laughter is a medicine for the soul. Would you agree? Would you agree? I'd love to have your opinion on that. And that all for one and one for all, I think that's where we're all headed. Those of us who care, who are agents of change, whether you want to use cosmic in front of it or not. Those who are going to pioneer a new way, a new everything in love for self and others. There's no getting around it. That's when you're going to become the best of you. Cool, calm, collected, and confident. Because you know that your heart is in the process of getting the soul connected so that you can share your love with others. Love isn't conditional. It is not conditional. You either love or you don't. I've met a couple of people in my lifetime where their love was not conditional. For me at the time, it was rare. Now I look back and I say, oh, what a blessing to have met them, to have known them, to know them. So my friends, when I gave myself this title, Minister of Enlightenment, Awareness, and Awakenings, I'm applying it to myself as well as with you. It's time for all of us in the divineness of who we are, who are interested and want to be the pioneers of what true power is all about. It's time to step into that arena, under that umbrella, whoever, whenever, and wherever you decide to do it. I hope it will be with me. But yet, I like the word yet, not B-U-T, but yet, you are being called. And if you are awake or awakening, you know that. You feel that. You sense that somewhere in you. It doesn't matter the names that they're giving out. Awakenings, a gatekeeper, a wayshower, a cosmic angel, an earth angel. Their names, their titles. I've never been one. I didn't even realize it at the time that it was part of my awakening to be impressed with titles, positions, and people who have. And my sister, many of you would know, had 2 masters and a PhD. I wasn't impressed with her because you know why? Maybe it was just, not maybe, it was just with me. It was only pure love that we had for each other. And it didn't mean anything to me. And when we were together, we were together. It wasn't about titles or labels. I could see in her eyeballs and feel in her actions that she loved me. Isn't that what you want? To be seen, heard, and valued for you, for who you are? And when you really care about you, you want to show up. Show up and shout out. Stand out as your best self. Friends, this is going to be a heck of a 2025. I'm meeting with my team tomorrow night, and we're going to be making some decisions. I'm going to be deciding whether or not I want to come here every week, every month, or every other. We'll decide and I'll get back to you. But for now, join me next week because I'll have great featured guest speakers. And may I end with this always, you are the agents of change. I send you love, much, much love, from my heart to your heart. It's genuine, it's true, it's pure, and it's authentic. Be and stay well. Much love, my friends. Cheers.